Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the B&D Bricks channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video where I rank every clone available right now. So all of these clones you see here, you can buy, an exception to 3, and I'll explain why in just a minute. But these clones are literally every single clone available in this year, 2022, and some of them going into 2023. So this is sort of a buyer's guide, but not really. So I mean, I wouldn't use it as that. I'm just ranking the clones based on how much I like them. One thing I do want to say really quick is that my ATTE, I have ordered it. It's supposed to arrive September 8th, but it has not arrived yet because it was back ordered because of people buying 6. Um, but I've got stand-ins, so I have pictures of them pulled up, and I've got this guy will be the Commander Cody, this guy will be the Clone Gunner, and this guy will be the basic 212 Grunt. So I'm going to be ranking them based on how much I like them. I might make an updated version of this video once my ATTE arrives, but I wouldn't expect that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the ranking. Now, with all of my clones organized by my least favorite to my most favorite, and with them all covered up so you can't see which one is in order, I'm going to go ahead and take off the first card, and you can see my least favorite is the Clone Commander, the Phase 1 Clone Commander. This figure was done to death. I generally just, I think it's nice to have, like, one of it, but, like, I don't want more than one of it, but that's not really the main point. I like the design. It's just like I would rather have Phase 1 or plain Phase 1 grunts. I just think that that's something I would want more. But moving on to I think this is the 14th or the one I dislike the 14th most. We've got the normal Phase 1. So I really like Phase 1 Clone Troopers. I'd rather have some with like different coloration, like the Bomb Squad one or the Horn Battalion one. Like, I just don't really like the plain Phase 1 ones that much. But I mean, it's all right. I just like I would much rather have like a Phase 2 or something. It's just not that interesting to me. Moving on to the 13th one. So we've got, not Echo, Crosshair. Crosshair, I think, is a good figure. I think it's like too much going on the torso. Like, you can't really tell, and you can't even tell what it is. That's really the thing. It's just because it's all black with like a silver on it, and the silver's not very bright. So it's really hard to tell what's going on. I like the helmet, but the visor kind of throws it off for me. I like the green. It just looks kind of weird. So yeah, not for me. I mean, maybe if you really like this, if you disagree with this, let me know. But I mean, yeah, it's not my favorite. On to the 12th, we've got the Airborne 187th Trooper. I really like the 187th Troopers. Nothing against them. I'm not a big fan of Airborne Troopers, honestly. I think they're kind of lame. A 501st one I would be super excited about because I really like the blue coloration on them, but I just don't like the purple or the orange or anything on any of the Airborne Troopers very much. I also don't really like that this guy came with a printed comma and not an actual comma. Oh, well, that one's up there. Wait, now I've confused myself. But whatever. He comes with a printed comma and a printed shoulder thing. Now I forgot. Sometimes I know what it is, you know. If you watch my other videos, you know I forget all the time. But it's not my favorite. It's pretty. I mean, I don't really like dislike any of these. It's just that there are some that I like a lot more than the others, and we'll get to that later. But moving that guy out of the way, we can go ahead and take the next note card, and you can see number 11, the Ahsoka Trooper. So I've come full circle on this trooper. When I first got it, I was like in love with it. Like I thought it was so awesome. I really wanted more. But as I've had it for a while, I still think it's cool. I just like it has become less cool to me. You know, I would have much preferred like just like an entirely orange helmet. You can see it's a white helmet mode, an entirely orange helmet with some white printing on it versus white with some orange printing on it. I know that's not completely accurate, but it would have looked way better. So I really would have preferred that, and it's just a 501st Trooper with an orange helmet, and I think it's cool. It just like it doesn't interest me that much. With 10 remaining, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys to subscribe, please. Go check out my other content if you want to. But first, finish this video because you need to see what my top ones are. Excuse me. Take that note card away. You can see Hunter. So I think that it's a cool fig. I just like, I don't really want that many of it. I think that the helmet print looks kind of dull. I know it kind of is supposed to, but like Lego that isn't supposed to be the most 100% accurate thing. So I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. I like it more than the previous ones, mostly because I like the details on it better. But I mean, yeah, it's not my favorite. I do really like the detailing on it, like the torso and legs. So if you want to go check out my video on the Bad Batch shuttle, I'll link that in the description so you can go see that. And yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, and you should check it out. I do a more in-depth view of it. But I do really like this figure, just like, again, less than everything else. And I don't really, like, I really like it, but like on a scale from 1 to 10, like this minifigure alone, I would probably give it like a 6. I think it's cool. It's just not that cool. But moving that guy to the side and onto the next figure. This is number 9. We've got the normal 501st Trooper. This one might be a little bit controversial, but I think it's a great army builder. I don't really like the figure by itself as much as I really... Actually, it's kind of the reverse of the Ahsoka Trooper. When I first... I thought the 501st was like really overrated. I didn't really care about them very much. And I still stand by that. They are pretty overrated. But I do think that it's a cool figure, and I really like this the plain Phase 2 Trooper body. I'm a big fan of the 2020 design. I think it looks really nice. And like I said before, Lego doesn't have to be the most 100% accurate thing all the time, and they did accurate stuff for a while. I've got the the Clone Wars animated style 501st Trooper, which I hate the animated style, but I do think that it's really like just a good figure, and it's a good clone, and I really am glad to have like several of them. So moving that guy out of the way and into the line. I'm lining them up, by the way, so you guys can see my order when I'm done. And then taking this note card out of the way, you can see it's Rekka. Wrecker. But a lot of the flaws with this minifigure, I really, really like the printing on it. I think that it's great, the detailing and stuff. I really like the helmet and stuff. I've heard people complain about it being an Iron Man helmet, but like I honestly don't care. It looks like a Wrecker helmet, so like why I don't like have a reason to care that much. It's just it's really good. I think honestly, it's not like I might have switched this one with the 501st, so that this one would be the 9th versus the 8th, I think. Yeah, versus the 7th, or I think this one's the 9th actually, but whatever. I would have switched those two, except that I think that this one is I don't know. I think it's a better like individual clone. I like having the 501st when I can have like I like the 501st battle pack because you can get like if you get 2 of them like I did. I have 3 of them now. But if you get 2 of them, then you get 6 501st clones, and part of the fun of it is that you have a bunch of them. So I mean, yeah, it's just this guy isn't the kind of one you would want to have a bunch of, and I think that it works like that. So moving on to the next one. So if you guys want to go ahead and see my list again, just really quick, we've got the plain Phase 1 clone trooper. Oh, I forgot to mention they have Phase 2 bodies. That's a flaw. Although that is good for customs. So, but this guy's just plain Phase 1 Commander, Crosshair, Airborne, Ahsoka, Hunter, 501st, and Wrecker. So moving on to the next one, we've got. This is the stand-in for the 212 Trooper. So I really, really like the 212 Trooper. I like how the armor paint is like chipped and stuff on it. Obviously you can't see it here, but I'll put a picture on it now. But yeah, I just really like it generally. So I'm going to go ahead and move this guy out of the way. And let me grab that note card and tech. So tech is, I'm not the most massive fan of this figure. I think it's really cool. The main reason I put it here is because we got the new helmet mold and the backpack is sick. I don't really like the helmet mold on the front. Actually, I think it looks too cartoony. But if I flip to the back, I just think that that looks so good. The back of that helmet mold, it just looks awesome. And his printing is really good and really unique for a clone trooper. Like, we don't usually get that light gray. Even from like the special ones, they're all like dark gray or whatever. Oh, there he goes. But also this backpack is really nice, and all of his printing is just really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and move him out of the way. But yeah, I mean, that's basically why I put him up here. But so if I come back a little bit, let me do the normal 187th Trooper. I really, really like this Trooper. Obviously, this is... Oh, I forgot to even say, we're breaking into the top 5. This is number 5 on my list. I really, really like their design. I know it's basically just a shock trooper, but as I've already said on my channel many, many times, if you've seen any of my other videos, I love the shock troopers. They're just like my favorite figures, or they're my favorite clones ever. And I just really, really like their design. So, I mean, I love this clone trooper. Also, the purple, I think, works really well with it. I do wish that they had not printed on that... I think that's a comma. No, that's not a comma. That's a pauldron. Pauldron, that's what it's called. I do wish that they hadn't put that on there. Like, they just hadn't printed that on there at all, because this character doesn't need a pauldron. But I mean, it's whatever. I just like this figure is just like it's perfect. Honestly, I just love it so much. The helmet is awesome. Oh, and I should be mentioning we've been getting these clone helmets, which is pretty cool. Oh, and I did not include Boba Fett in this because he's not the kind of clone trooper that like you would want in a clone army. That was my logic with it. Um, so yeah, and I also did not include Omega because well, let's give you a fake reason. The reason I didn't include Omega is because she doesn't have armor. Yeah, let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. It's totally not because I don't have the justifier. But moving on to the top four, or not the top four, the fourth one in the top. I guess both are right technically, but oh, there goes Han Solo. But moving on to the top 40, so you can see, oh, that shifted back. But it's the 501st Airborne Trooper. I really, really like this trooper. It's literally the opposite of what happened with the Ahsoka Trooper. I was sort of saying that earlier with the 501st Trooper, but when I got this figure, I was like, I don't really like it. I kind of wish they had just included another 501st Trooper. You know, I was just kind of like, me. This sucks. Nah, nah, nah. But as I have like done, well, not really done more with it, but like as I've had it and like thought about it more and stuff, I've really come full circle. I love this figure. It's one of my favorite clones by far, especially from the ones that are available right now. Um, but yeah. Oh, and by the way, so before I get into the top three, I'm gonna move that guy. But before I get into the top three, I wanted to let you know two things. One, subscribe, please. I'm really close to 300 as of time of recording. So once I get to 300, I'm gonna I don't know, but well, I don't know if I'll do a subscriber special. Let me know if you want me to do a subscriber special for 300. But I mean, I don't really know what to do. But once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be doing a giveaway. At 500 subscribers, I'll reveal what the giveaway is and do something else, but I'm not going to tell you what that is until I get to 500 subscribers. But yeah, so just go ahead and subscribe so you can see that. Oh, and you have to be subscribed to be in the giveaway. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you just have to, that's it. So, but yeah, and then the second thing I wanted to tell you, this one's a little bit more important, or like as of right now, I guess. At the end of this video, I'm going to be doing a pseudo buyer's guide. That's why I said that at the start. I'm just going to tell you which sets you're going to want to get the best like clone value. So, I mean, if you know anything, it's pretty obvious. But yeah. So moving on to the top three. In number three, in the third place, we have Echo. I love this figure. I love the detailing on it. I think that the red, having a little bit more of the red, works so much better for the dark gray printing. The comma looks great. I love the details on his helmet. He also has a very, very unique head mold. If I can take that off, you can see on the front, he's got the like it's not a what's it called? I don't know. It's a normal nougat head. It's not the normal clone head. But looking on the back, you can see he's got the whatever that thing is, great back printing. My only real problem with this minifigure is that it has that weird arm, or it has, I should say, it doesn't. It's the lack of a weird arm, but I think that it's fine for a Lego figure. I don't really care that much, and I just love this figure so much. It's one of my favorites ever, honestly. But yeah, so moving that guy to the side, you can see top two. In second place, we have. So this is the clone gunner. This is my stand-in for the clone gunner, I should say. I love the clone gunner. I've been hunting for them for so long, and I like actually this is probably my favorite minifigure in the set. There's one more minifigure higher than it. If you think about it, you can probably figure it out objectively, but and it belongs there. But this is probably my favorite minifigure. This is probably my favorite clone minifigure, honestly. I love the clone gunner. I just think it looks so cool. Not this one, but I'll put it on the screen right now. Yeah, I just love it so much. I think it's a great figure. But yeah, so moving this guy to the side. Yep. So moving that guy to the side, we've got the final clone. So, well, you just saw it, I guess. But drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. It's Cody. I mean, like, how could it not be Cody? I mean, it's something that the fans have been asking for so long. Not me personally, I don't care that much, but I do think that it's a really, really cool figure, and it's awesome to see another commander that's not like an airborne trooper, you know. But I really, really like Cody. He'll be on the screen now. But I mean, it's just like objectively, he has to be number one because of all those things, you know. But yeah, so moving him to the side, we get the final list. So starting at number one and working my way back, you can see these while I talk a little bit. So, these are, in my personal opinion, mostly, except for the Cody, not just, well, not just, I mean, but just like don't take these with a grain of salt. It's my opinion. It's not to be considered as fact, but it is my opinion. So, just be respectful of that, please. Um, I know it might not be everyone's, but Um, but I wanted to talk about the buyer's guide now. So, with the buyer's guide that I was talking about before, really there are only a couple things that you would want to get for great value. So, one would be the 501st Battle Pack, right? Obviously, the current 501st Battle Pack, not the new one because that hasn't come out yet. Oh, what? Check out my leak video to see better value. But the 501st Battle Pack, you should be seeing the 501st Trooper right about now. That's definitely got to be the number one figure, or definitely number one set for Clone Army building. For $30 and 25 on sale. Usually it's on sale on Amazon, like pretty much always I've seen. But it's just great. So I mean, definitely pick that one up. The Bad Batch shuttle is also amazing, especially since you get these great figures like Echo. Yeah, you're looking at them now. Um, and I mean, yeah, the ATTE as well if you haven't picked it up, but that one's less so because it's $140. Really, if you're getting that one, you have to want the set. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much just my little buyer's guide. I would say the Clone Army the accessory pack, except that it's really hard to get your hands on those. So, I mean, yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of my ranking. Let me know if you have a different ranking. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. See ya.